That's what this bitch did. She used me. She abused me. Eider was out of his mind. He started to yell, scream, and made sure the whole office heard. The girl leaned her head on Clarice's shoulder, sobbing. Aitor continued, "She's no good. You know she's a prostitute." Everyone looked at Eider and Myrna in horror. A volley of osseous echoed through the room. Myrna tried to defend herself. "I'm not. If it's not, it was... I was with Bene a little while ago. He told me everything. And now who's going to be the next sucker? It's not true. Stop it. It's not true. And deny it. You're no good. You're a whore. You abuse my trust. Now I have the photos for everyone to see." Eider opened the envelope and threw the photos into the air. They scattered throughout the room. Perval came from the boardroom. Instinctively, he picked one up. The employees were left. Real estate, because as soon as they wanted to divert the OL to check the images, Eugenio appeared energetically. "What's going on here? What a mess is this?" This employee lost his sense and attacked Miss Myrna. Rubinho Brandeo said. His eyes widened. "How can you, boy?" Aitor tried to defend himself. "She abused me. She's a prostitute. You can harbor a prostitute in the company." Perval intervened. "He's out of his mind. Eugenio, I'm dating Miss Myrna. She's of the finest class. This gentleman is insulting her and me too." The office collapsed. Myrna Clarice. Aloy and Rubinho looked at each other, without understanding what Pivel meant. Eugenio contained himself and held on. He exploded when Percival said he was dating her. "So I'll kick her out of the house on Friday, and she'll give herself up. Another one on Saturday is really no good." There was a general uproar. Eugenio, like he had never done before, shouted in the office, demanding silence. "This is a sacred workplace. Like Thane's house, we must maintain a harmonious environment. I never want to hear of any more confusion like this. Miss Clarice, take Miss Myrna to the infirmary. Turning to Eider, you are fired, and for good reason. Go to the Human Resources Department. Get your things and get out of here now." Eider didn't know what to say. Rubinho shook his head sideways and looked at his friend Aitor with sadness. He lowered his head, and a tear ran down the corner of his eye. Eugenio went to the phone and called the security guards. They promptly answered and went upstairs. They stood next to the right-hand man. "Accompany this young man to the table where he worked. Take everything away and sign your resignation." The other said forcefully, facing the employees, "Go back to your duties, or I will be forced to take radical action. I want order in this place." The employees ran to their desks and soon returned to work. Percival finished taking the photos and ran to the kitchen. He grabbed a large pan, put the photos in it, and set it on fire. He didn't want to know if they were real or not. He wasn't interested. He finished, burned them, and went to the infirmary. He arrived with Rubinho. "How are you?" Clarice calmly said. "Mina is in no condition to speak now. She's in shock. She won't call a doctor. There's no need. I just spoke with Maria Helena, and she dismissed us. I'm going to Gustavo's house. He's on the run. Can you see us today? Myrna needs a good rest and peace. Lots of peace. Do you want me to accompany you? What you did today was of great value. You didn't listen to what she said, but we heard that you're dating someone. It helped maintain a positive image of her here at the office. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Imagine I did this because I thought it was the ideal solution. That scoundrel couldn't keep attacking Mira like that. And you know what? I'm happy he was fired. Eider didn't fit in with Pallida. Rubinho intervened. It's a shame. Although he was giving us trouble lately, arriving late and denying unfinished reports. Aitor has always been a good employee, but he's in a deplorable state. He needs help. I'm going to his house today and tonight. Do you think Prudent will go? He asked. Clarice, I don't see what could happen. I don't feel guilty about anything. Eider tried to behave badly and got things mixed up. Work is one thing. Personal life is another. I don't know. Clarice hesitated. He seems to be out of touch with his ideas. He doesn't think it's best for Mario to accompany him. There's no need. I'll talk. I don't even know if he'll see me. Myrna, who until that moment was Leia, took the floor. I want to get out of here. I need to leave. I'm suffocating. I feel ashamed. I don't know how I'll face my coworkers. Calm down, Perryval pondered. The confusion has already set in, and it takes a while to dissipate. Hang in there. In a week, everyone forgot the incident. Trust me, and believe what I tell you. Mira gently placed her hands on Pivel's arm. Thank you. You were a gentleman and helped me. I will be forever. Thank you, nothing, he replied, a little embarrassed. I did what I felt was best at the time. You didn't deserve to go through that. Well, whether you did or not, the fact is that it's over, and let's go to Gustavo's house. Clarice said, Do you feel better? Yes, I'm fine, but my nose hurts a lot. The pain will soon go away. She turned to Rubinho. I imagine that Elia is with Dr. Eugenio Brandeo. Yes. He took her, and they locked themselves in the room. Unfortunately, he'll want to see if he can really stay in the position. Hyder did considerable damage. He started to shake and cry. Don't be like that, Clarice begged. Trust me, everything will be resolved. You can leave it to me, Konu Porval. I'm a good friend of EG. We'll talk to him. Everything will be resolved. Rub and Clarice supported him. Zeo Peral went to Eugenio's room, who was finishing his conversation with Yellow. I'll think about whether or not I want this girl here. Her position is high level, and I need to better investigate the facts. For now, I want her to take a week off. You and Clarice can certainly handle the job. Aloy replied with conviction. Don't worry. Tell Rubinho that I need to talk to him later. I want to know if there's a good employee who can replace him. Ador. Yes, sir. Is there anything else you can't do? Thank you. Excuse me. Aloy left and greeted Percival, slightly lowering his head. He did the same. He closed the door and sat in front of Brandeo's table. The owner of Palado was upset with what had happened. Look, Percival, a company with years of renowned tradition, and we've never had a single problem. And look what this kid did here today. It's bad form. It's bad form, Eugenio. What he did was motivated by jealousy and envy. This guy did a lot of mischief with Myrna. Eugenio brought his face closer to Percival's and lowered his tone. Between us, he thinks Myrna is trustworthy, without a doubt. And those photos, what he said about the photos, I burned them, and as for what I told you, it went in one ear and out the other. You don't tell, right? Perval is in love with her and the employees. You worry too much about this. Eugenio, it's time to become more flexible. He's very rigid and moralistic, and we have to be like that. Otherwise, we've lost control. We have to keep the employees with red and the shorts. I don't agree. As a member of the board, I think this tactic doesn't work. It only makes the employee work what's necessary. It's not an incentive. It's time to change things around here. If you change for your business, this company can't change. My divorce has nothing to do with it. As you don't want to get it right, change your life. Oh, you may not have found your past love again, but you made a decision. How could a man want to be happy in love, have an emotional life, and maintain rigid standards of behavior within the company itself? It's time to review your concepts. Do you really think so? I'm sure. Go live your life. Maria Helena is doing very well in running the business. Mario, now that he's tied up with Clarice, is coming to the office more. Why don't you leave everything in the boys' hands and go after your happiness? Eugenio fidgeted nervously in his chair. The chair put his finger on his chin thoughtfully. I'm afraid of handing the company over to them so suddenly. They're young. They can make a mess of things. Trust them. Maria Helena is as good as you and has already shown her ability to manage this company. Mario, with his discoveries, can help in the development of other products, new seasonings, etc. Maybe don't run away, said Perval, getting up from his chair every time he doesn't want to let go of something. He says, maybe. I've known you for a long time. We're friends since we were teenagers. Try it. You didn't create a council. Yes, I'm part of that council. Nothing can be done without its consent. Your children won't be able to do things their way. They'll have to consult us and convince us to accept the changes they'll propose. It's not a bad idea. And you're so excited. Why are you keeping an eye on me? I thought you were joking, but you're taking this talk of finding happiness seriously. Per Val Rio. It's true. I want to settle down and get married. You get married. That's a good one. I said we change over time. I want to give myself this chance. I feel that Mira is the ideal partner. Even knowing what that boy said a little while ago, Eugenio, it doesn't matter what they say out there. The important thing is what I feel for her. I'm guided by my heart, not by what people think. It's right or wrong. You should do the same. Yes, sir, the divorce will go through. Leocad, Ad is your friend, and I'm rooting for your happiness. You're free. Why don't you go after that little girl you're talking about, the one you left to marry Leocadia? That's just bullshit. I don't know where that woman is. I don't even know if she's alive. I don't want to fool myself. Porval patted his friend on the back and went to the door before leaving. However, he said in a firm tone, "Don't lie, because I know you've been checking Mariano out. If I rummage through your drawers, I'll find a complete report. As you know, I've known men for years. Pay to see. Stop being resistant. Go after her. The rest, fuck it." Porval left and closed the door. Eugenio sat there looking at an undefined point in the room. Will she take me back after so many years? I'm so scared, with butterflies in my stomach. Eugenio let himself be guided by the thoughts that were swarming his mind. Chapter 22. Ida arrived home devastated and felt his body was heavy, a headache so strong that it blurred his vision. He closed the apartment door and threw himself on the sofa. He grabbed a bottle of whiskey from the table next to him and drank from the neck until he choked. He took off his shirt and lay down. He felt strange emotions. He didn't know what would become of him from then on, and he also wasn't even able to feel anything. His mind was confused, his thoughts jumbled. He suddenly burst into convulsive tears. He cried, screamed, punched the table in front of him, kicked pillows. He had never vented his pain so much as at that moment. He felt powerless, without the strength to continue. After all, what was the point of being alive? What he had earned it after so many years of hard work, studying, working endless hours, nothing, absolutely nothing. He got a big dump. That's right. He wouldn't even receive his labor rights. He was fired for just cause. He took the balance of his salary and vacation pay from the company cash register, but nothing else. Hyder looked at the envelope with the money. What is this? After years of hard work that even gave me an ulcer as a gift, I only received this crappy amount of money, and I still had to leave escorted by 2 security guards. Besides being in poverty, I left humiliated. Myrna did well. The slut was helped by her friends. Since values are reversed, I am a decent, honest worker, and whoever receives help is a whore. Everything is wrong. He started crying again. I felt angry at his friends, one by one, parading in front of him, and quick images. Rubinho hadn't even said a word to her, turning his back on her. Aloy had never been, even with her face. Clarice, well, she must have been writhing with pleasure. Probably at that moment. She must have felt avenged. Myrna, well, that was bitter. Taking the girl into her home had given her motivation to grow, and she made a clown of him. False friends Myrna was the worst, the detestable one. The viper, the wretch who would one day pay dearly for all that. She couldn't wait, just as the end of the year was approaching. I was sent away at a terrible time when I'll get a job in December or January. Whoever employs me in these 2 months, no one had mercy on me. Ida was beside himself. I felt hatred vibrate throughout his body. Suddenly, he had an idea. That's it. Since nothing else is worth it, I'm going to waste all this money. Screw the rent, the food, the bills to pay. I'm going to put myself first. That's not what Rubinho and his gang preach so much. So now it's me, but I'm going to give myself an unforgettable New Year's Eve. They think I'll be here crying, sad, destroyed, but they'll only see one thing. I'll show them who they're dealing with, angry and pissed off. Ator was punching, pushing, and kicking everything here, walking in front of him. He left the apartment, slamming the door, left the building, turned left, and caught a bus to the city center. He remembered a girl who had fallen for him and stopped at an agency of travel. He would win a tourist package and still court Moa Nuna. But in this life, he would be below the others from then on. He would be another Eider Icer arrived suddenly at Leocadia's house. She was upset with her friend who was not returning her calls and refusing to leave. She wanted to resolve that story once and for all, even if it was about staying planted in the garden all day. She would not leave until Leocadia answered her. L, not knowing what to do, runs the boss's room at Leocadia's. Her friend is outside and said she is not leaving. I don't know what else to do. Isorinia is downstairs. I am not going to answer her. She said she is not leaving at all. You can even call the police because she will not rest until you have a little chat with her. Leocadia didn't like being pressured like that. She valued her friendship with Isorinia, but she was tired of the crazy way a friend acted. She wanted to maintain her individuality. But Isorinia had already seen that movie. Before, she wouldn't calm down. Lizette wrung her hands and rubbed them on her apron. Don't you think it's better to see her talk and get it over with? Lizette, these are mute. That's not my business. Sorry, Leocadia. Allan, I'm the energetic head. Okay, I know Isorinia is capable of quickly getting us mad. Come down and ask to wait a few minutes. Serve it early today. Yes, ma'am, a little lemon balm tea can calm Vera down. Leocadia laughed. Okay, hold her for a few minutes. I'm going to the bathroom to get ready. 10 minutes will be more than enough. Yes, ma'am. A few minutes later, Isorinia entered the room as always. She closed the door, not knowing before entering. She asked Leoca, irritated. I've never done this before. She replied to her nervous friend. And after all, what's going on? Why are you here? I've avoided her. I'm not avoiding her. Well, you want to make a fool of me. I've known her for years. Something happened, and I need to know what happened. I don't know. I think I've changed, changing or not. You have a day with me. Even at the Terrero, Father Main is a beast. He said you didn't fulfill the prom. He started the work. If you don't give the rest of the money, he said you'll see only one thing. It's a threat. I'm listening well. Don't play dumb. You've been very talkative since you've been arguing in that tone. From now on, I won't give that shameless person any more money. And what's more, I won't be impressed by that anymore. Nothing is capable of bringing down the force that exists in good. I'm on my side. I want to live better with true, sincere attitudes. I know. And now you think that Monty doesn't have enough strength to harm you. You really are very ignorant in these matters. If you don't fulfill what you promised, he can do something against you. He's not stronger than me. Besides, I myself suffered from this in the past, but my life was to learn that the strength of love for myself is the best weapon against any type of spell, mandinga, work, or any other name. Whatever you want, Dad, idiot. You'll never be able to bring me down. Leia spoke so forcefully that Zina was speechless for a moment. She'd never seen her friend speak like that with such confidence. She was impressed. This must be something her children did. She thought Mario and Maria Helena. They must be filling her head with worms, feigning indignation. Isorinia put her hand to her mouth. How can it be so? See, this man helped so much, and now you're backing out, like you helped me. You've been his client for a long time. I went there when Eugenio and I decided to separate, and Isorinia cut her off. Don't play dumb. Now you're tame. So that means they both decided to separate. Since she burst into uncontrolled laughter, wake up to life, creature. He left her, used her, squeezed every last drop out. And as soon as you dried up, he went after someone else. Men are just like that. That's the way you see things. I don't see it that way. If it weren't like this, we'd be arguing in court. You're going to let him go with a silver spoon in his hand. Did you know that our society friends no longer want to invite you to events? If it weren't for me, you'd never go to charity tea again. I appreciate your intervention, but I'm tired of all this futility. Isorinia almost screamed. She was shaken. She tried to poke her friend and knew that tease and gossip were one of Leocadia's weak points. She didn't know what else to do. She couldn't accept that her friend was so calm and didn't want to fight. While she was arguing with Leocadia, she examined the room in search of something that would help her understand the change. That's when she saw the golden title on the nightstand. On the cover of the book, it said, The Spirit's Book by Allan Kardec. Isorinia picked up the book in shock, said, How dare I read this? I'm loving it. I've better understood the laws of life and spirituality itself. Who gave it to you, my son Mario? Why do I want a copy? Absolutely not. I can't believe it. Leocadia laughed heartily at these things. She doesn't believe it. And why don't you leave Father Maenesterero? It's a completely different thing. He messes with the centers of force that keep us away from danger. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here today. But this kind of book is a pure waste of time. It talks about forgiveness, understanding, and a series of other absurd things impossible to apply today. Look at the world around us. Look how this city is without protection. We are all insecure. Do you think we have to practice forgiveness? You're wrong. Leocadia, we have to stay strong and allied with people who understand this invisible world. They can manipulate it and help us live far from all misfortune. That's your point of view. I believe that everything we do comes back to our lives in some way. I no longer want to see the world through the eyes of evil. I want to exercise a vision of good. Leocadia, wake up, Father Maine. You are surrounded by entities that do everything we want. We just have to pay a little, make a dispatch, and that's it. Don't you believe that these entities can demand more from you for what they did? They're stupid. Who would dare to confront me? Who is this girl from here? She changed the subject, hating the voice, but she's going to stop bothering Eugenio. No, go check if he's with his secretary. Where are your pride? Your integrity is no longer respected. You're wrong. Today, more than ever, I respect myself. I used to value our false friends a lot. Those events where the only pleasure is talking badly about someone's life. I don't want to participate in this agreement anymore. I'm out of all this. Whether they talk about me or not is not my problem. I can't believe it. I'm amazed at all the worms that Mario must have put in your head. You're different. You're no longer my friend of years. I'm sorry. I am what I am. If you depress my company, then respect me. Otherwise, leave through that door and don't show up here anymore. I don't want to be bothered. Isorinia felt sorry for me. She's sending me away. That's right, that if I respect you, you can stay. Otherwise, Rua, you're ungrateful, and you even left me in Mouse Lencois with Father Maine. He's going to get involved with me. Your problem. I don't know what you've been saying, what you've been making up. I went there only once, and I don't want to go along with that kind of thing anymore. I've got into trouble in the past because of this, and I saw that magic and Macumba are useless. You'll regret it. You're kicking me like an owner when you no longer want your dog. If that's how you see it, there's nothing I can do. Please, Isorinia, go away. Isorinia started crying. I'm coming to your house to bring you the solution to your problems, to help you get revenge on your husband, and look what I get kicked in the ass. I also came here to invite you to spend New Year's Eve with me, because I've always considered you my best friend. We're organizing a big party at an EMB. It's only for the fancy and famous, and I really wanted your company. I'd love to see you appearing in all the magazine and newspaper columns, celebrating New Year's Eve among friends, making Eugenio die. Out of envy, I don't want to cut Eugenio's life short anymore. I've made enough mistakes, and now I want to take care of myself. Thank you for the invitation, but I'm going to spend New Year's Eve with my son. We'll have a beautiful party. Isorinia had no more arguments. You'll pay dearly for this slight. A friend who is a friend doesn't do such a thing. I'll tell the truth about your failed marriage to all of Rio de Janeiro. The truth must come out here. Our pact of fidelity is over. At New Year's Eve, you're the most badly spoken of in this city. And now, with your permission, have a good day. May God enlighten you. Isorinia didn't hear. She ran off and knocked on the door loudly. She was determined never to look for Leocadia again. The friendship of years was broken at that moment, and Leocadia wouldn't lose by waiting on the boat.